right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Nunn passes to Butler.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
4 on the clock. Robinson passes to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones. James with it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Kicks it out to Bradley. Pass to LeBron. Launches a three. They grab their own miss. McGee. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Showing some intensity there. I like how Davis attacks the offensive glass and comes up with second chance baskets.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the three, facing up and letting him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
Now here's Butler. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, look, that's just the energy that Butler displays. A fiery personality who welcomes overcoming all types of challenges.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Bradley. Now here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
Oh, improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Miami trailing. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But, man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys, and he has taken off.
And, Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation.
Here's Hero after the basket by the Lakers. Loads it up for Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
With strong athleticism, Adebayo can finish just about any lob with his large catch radius.
LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Misses with the tough leaning jump shot. For Miami, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. It's stolen by Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jimmy Butler.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 3-point lead. Outside Howard. It's hauled in by Hero. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Dragic. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Knocks down the 3 ball. And that'll tie this game up.
Oh, and squaring up is Iguodala. Nice follow-through on the release.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Lakers with some changes. Morris is checked in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. And the Heat making a change here. Iguodala finds Olynyk. Outside Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Offensive rebound. Leonard trying to break free. And the basket by Olynyk.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olynyk. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that, but that time with a little cleanup.
Now here's Howard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he shouldn't. He's solid from that in-between area.
Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Dragic. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Miami. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Heat with the lead. The shot and game clock separated by 4. No good from Dragic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Olynyk with the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. Misses off the right iron. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Miami ahead, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who,
For me, it's super cool just to learn.
well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Morris is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. Miami leading by 4. Pass to Nunn. Here's Silva. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Iguodala. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Iguodala's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Green, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. So he gets them both. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Nunn kicks to Robinson. Off target from outside. Lakers trailed by 3.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys,
they usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Outside, Green. Morris, left side. Over Adebayo. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket for Morris.
You better admire how Morris fends off the challenging defense. I mean, because of his phenomenal concentration.
Bounce pass, Robinson. Here's Butler, and Davis sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Deep 2 from Robinson. That one wide left.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Good on the triple. Caruso's got 6 in the quarter.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Nunn passes to Butler. Davis against Jones. Here's Butler. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Butler's got 10.
He's so focused. Butler does not let the defender get into his head. That's a sign of an elite scorer.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Howard's checked in for Markieff Morris. LeBron comes in for Alex Caruso. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Bradley.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. LeBron kicks to Rondo. Latrey. They get it again. The kick out to LeBron, and they double up LeBron. Butler with the steal. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. Butler in the corner.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
To the paint. Here's Davis. Rockets with some nice D. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Miami. Butler passes to Crowder. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And it's a 12-point Heat lead.
Oh, look, if you're open, Butler will find you. His court awareness, very impressive.
LeBron's shot is good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Passes it to Butler. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Here's Crowder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. And then for Miami, Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Adebayo. Myers Leonard comes in for Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Hero.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his teammates.
Here's Rondo. And Howard with the stuff.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
That shot misses. And so it's Miami up by a dozen here at the end of the... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the open. And that does it for our halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Oh, wow!
Nice! I love how fierce James is. A ferocious dunk artiste.
The Heat leading by 10. Nunn looking around. Robinson dishes to Butler. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Butler's got 12 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
Oh, three-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
Robinson against Green. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs